Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Manjiri Narkani back again with 100 Days of Ayurveda. I am super amazed, super excited that I've decided to share 100 days of Ayurvedic information with you. I'll talk about a variety of topics. I will be discussing health benefits of different herbs. I'll be talking about Ayurvedic routines. I'll be talking about doshas and dosha types. So I'll be talking about lots of different things related to Ayurveda. I'm going to try and make it extremely practical and something that's very simple, something you can implement right away. So that's what we're going to do for 100 days, every single day. And that's a challenge to my own self that I'm going live right now. I'm simultaneously live on Facebook and I'm also live on my Instagram story. So that's why if you see me looking at on one side or, so that's what's going on. So welcome to the first day of 100 Days of Ayurveda. And it is going to be an amazing one because I'm going to share my own story. So today I'm going to discuss how I actually found Ayurveda or Ayurveda found me, right? So we're going to talk about that and we will be discussing, if you have any questions, you can feel free to comment below. Just say hi if you're live. I can see the comments today because I'm on an app and I'm streaming through the app. So, yeah, but we'll be talking about my Ayurvedic journey, how I found Ayurveda or how Ayurveda found me. I think it's one and the same. So, I have always been a round faced little chubby kid. Growing up, I was, happy go lucky, kind of nice, chubby, not quite quiet, but chubby kid. And as I was growing up, I was extremely short, which is rare because right now I'm 5'7", which is really tall for an East Indian girl, right? So at the time, I was shorter than my younger brother, and my mom wasn't sure what was happening. So she sought one of her friends who knew about, diet and herbs, and the friend suggested I eat milk and bananas every single day, and I grew tall and I also started gaining weight, right? And that's how my health issues started piling up, which I didn't even realize till much later on. So as I grew into my teenage years, by the time I was 18, I was over 220 pounds or over 100 kgs, right? And it was really embarrassing for me because I tried multiple diets, but I would only get more tired and gain more weight. Like I was just retaining so much water. I just felt bloated. I was irritable. I was like really annoyed. And anything I tried, like any different diet that I tried or anything at all that I tried, nothing was working for me. I visited hormone specialists like endocrinologists. Visited different, um, internists in India, but I didn't find any answers at all because different dietitians, different nutritionists, but I kept gaining weight constantly, and I was like really, really frustrated. So once somebody suggested I go to this amazing, doctor who's really renowned, and I didn't even know like she was an Ayurvedic doctor at the point. So Dr. Ningati Chitalia is her name. She practices in Mumbai. She later became my mentor. I followed her into the same, school of Ayurveda. But I found her, and for the first time in my life, somebody actually sat down, mapped my entire diet before I started my health issues, and she pinpointed exactly what was causing an issue with my body was nothing but my diet, right? So food, the same food I was eating every single day, milk and bananas. So for anybody who's an Ayurvedic practitioner or who's follows Ayurveda, you know that milk and bananas are really poor combination. They're extremely kaphagenic, and having a kapha type body type, my kapha was like out of balance, right? And that created a lot of hormonal issues as well as like, weight gain and just like water retention and all those symptoms that I was having. So she pinpointed the exact foods that I was eating that were causing a lot of my health issues. We took those foods out because taking the foods or allergens or foods that are inflaming your system, foods that are causing any kind of disharmony in the system, is the first line of treatment in Ayurveda. So if you constantly keep eating the same things that are creating issues in your system, you're never going to heal. But when you take those foods out of your diet, that's when your body actually can start healing, right? So that's what she did for me. And then we did a few Ayurvedic protocols, and I started dropping a lot of weight. For the first time in my life, I lost a lot of weight, and I was really healthy, right? And that was my first experience of Ayurveda. So I decided to study Ayurveda at that point. I went to the same school that she went to, which was Poddar College, for Ayurvedic medicine, did the Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery course. And after 5.5 years, I then decided to go for my MD to deepen my knowledge of Ayurveda. So the biggest learning that I received at that point was, in Ayurveda, every single thing matters, right? So it's not just one thing. So diet was definitely a part, my lifestyle was another part as well. But what you put in your body, whether it's thoughts, whether it's food, so anything that you have, you embrace or you eat, or like whatever thoughts you are trying to think, everything becomes a part of you. Even if you're watching something and that's not good, or if you're listening to something that's not pleasant, it becomes a part of you, right? And that will have a cumulative effect later on. So this is something that is to be understood at all times. So if you're eating something that's bothering you, take that out of your diet. That's the first line of treatment in Ayurveda. It's known as Nidan Parivarjan. So, getting rid of the factors causing the disease, which could be food. And food is one of the most common things that I see today. So, I don't do a lot of body therapies in my practice. I do mainly Ayurveda consulting, and my practice is 90% based on dietary changes and dietary protocols. And every single day, I get amazing results just by changing the diet and lifestyle and making it more aligned with your Ayurvedic body type or your prakriti or your innate nature, because only then you will thrive, because the foods are completely balancing the energies in your body, right? So that's my story. And because of the kapha body type, I'm still big boned and I'm still gonna be heavier than most other people, but that is a genetic tendency, or that is a tendency as well, a dosha tendency. But at the same time, certain foods that I found absolutely don't work for me, and try to stay away from those foods, right? So simplest things is, if you are a certain dosha type, or if you have a certain type of prakriti, if you're a vata, try to stay away from vata increasing foods. If you're a pitta type personality, try to stay away from foods that aggravate or throw your pitta out of balance. And if you are a kapha type, try to stay away from certain foods that are going to throw your kapha out of balance. And we'll be discussing about the bioenergies, we'll be discussing about the different foods in upcoming videos. But this is how I found Ayurveda, and this is my journey. And this is one of the reasons I'm so passionate, and I totally believe in Ayurveda, because I experienced it firsthand before even I learned about it, right? So before I even went through my schooling, I already knew how powerful it was in changing my life. And I knew it had the same power to change everybody else's life as well for the better, right? So this is one of the main reasons why I totally believe in Ayurveda. I'm super passionate about Ayurveda. And it's just been an amazing journey so far, learning Ayurveda, practicing Ayurveda every single day, and just embracing it in everything that I do, right? The mindfulness is also a part of Ayurveda, because you're always connected to your own self. So there's a nice saying in Charak Samhita that what's found in Ayurveda is found everywhere else. But anything that's not in the Ayurvedic books, you will never find it anywhere in the world, right? And that means that Ayurveda contains each and every information that you need, every information for living a happy and healthy life is already present in those books. And the books that we study, or the Sahitas is what we call them, the Sanskrit texts, those are living texts, right? They're alive every single day, and they can be implemented for any person, whether it's a human, whether even dogs, animals, pretty much anyone and everyone you can implement Ayurveda for. And it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter what your diet is, or what cuisine you like, or where you come from. So Ayurveda, because it's based on certain principles like math, uh, literally those equations can be run for anybody and everybody, right? But you have to study it in depth, and you have to really get a good understanding of it. And it's not superficial knowledge, it's a very deep science. It's a science that absolutely changes your life and connects you within, right? That's the purpose of Ayurveda, like really connecting within your own self and trying to understand yourself. And that is how amazing and important it is. So if you have any questions for me for today's video about my Ayurvedic journey, or how I practice Ayurveda in my clinic, feel free to comment below and leave me any questions. If you are an Ayurvedic practitioner, or if you are an Ayurveda enthusiast, or if you have a story to share, please feel free to comment below on my day one video, and you can hashtag it as My Ayurvedic Journey. And please feel free to share your Ayurvedic journey with me. I am super excited to, learn more about you and learn more about your Ayurvedic journey. And I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of 100 Days of Ayurveda. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about what makes Ayurveda different than other sciences, other holistic sciences, whether it's naturopathy or homeopathy. So, what makes Ayurveda different from other natural healing systems? And that's what we'll be discussing in tomorrow's video. If you have any other questions as well, please feel free to comment on my first post of 100 Days of Ayurveda, and I will make sure that I cover any questions that you have, either as a video or as an article on my Facebook or Instagram, within these 100 days. And please follow me at Manjiri Ayurveda. If your friends are interested in Ayurveda, please share this page with them and encourage them to practice Ayurveda as well, because this is one powerful science that will change your life forever. And it is transformational, and it is like the best thing that happened to me, seriously. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being live here with me. And thank you all for your comments as well. Hi, Javed. Hi, Wendy. So I can see everyone here on Instagram and Facebook as well. So thank you. I'm signing off for tonight, and I will be back tomorrow with another amazing video on Ayurveda. Thanks, and have a fantastic night. Bye-bye.